Hello and salutations, it's me, Salty. Welcome back to 2 Cents Toys, and today we're going over another Spider-Man Marvel Legend, and today is Gwen Stacy. So looking at it, Spider-Man card back, as I've mentioned, Gwen Stacy photo. We got the Gwen Stacy figure with her Midtown High School Daily Bugle paper, and what appears to be like a saddlebag or a purse, maybe, something, and a Mary Jane head, which, being born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, to me, Mary Jane is Spider-Man's real girlfriend, so I'll probably swap the head and just make that Mary Jane. On the back, we got the read-up, everyone else who's available, and the head swapping feature. All that out of the way, I'm going to cut her off. We'll look at everything more in detail, go over articulation and the like. Start with the accessories, Midtown High School binder book. Hard to tell. I'm assuming book, just because it has two covers and looks like a spine, but I don't know if it's supposed to be a yearbook or what, but we have it. Now, I know I called this a purse or a satchel or something, but I think this is a trapper keeper, perhaps a binder of some sort, maybe a portfolio. There's like a few dots that look like they're supposed to be kind of rivets or grommets or something, and then the inside, but without any painted detail, it's hard for me to tell. I'm assuming this is kind of like a Velcro flap in the front, and then that's papers. So this is probably a trapper keeper if I had to make an educated guess. Then we have a rolled up Daily Bugle newspaper. This says Daily Bugle on it. Looks like a rolled newspaper. The other thing we got was a Mary Jane head sculpt, which I very much like. Clean paint applications. I like that they put a wash on the hair to bring out all that detail. I mean, it gives it kind of an animated look. I think they did a very good job with it. This is the Gwen Stacy head sculpt, which kind of looks like Emma Stone. So I don't know if that was intentional or if this is a 100% comic book accurate look. Or maybe Emma Stone just looks a lot like Gwen Stacy, which is also possible. I like the amount of knit detail that they did to the sweater and the button eyelets on the jacket. Beyond that, there's not a lot of sculpted detail. Even though it lacks paint, I think the belt is kind of a nice touch. So I could go in with maybe some black and just kind of dot it on there, give it a little more character. But beyond that, it's Gwen Stacy. Like I mentioned, I'm more of an MJ fan, so we'll go over articulation real quick. As you might imagine, her hair stops her from looking any further up than that. She can completely bury her chin. When you look side to side with Gwen Stacy, her head kind of cocks a little bit, and that's just because the hair has to get up over the shoulder. A lot of tilt. Shoulder spin 360. Comes up well past 90. Single jointed elbow comes up to a hair past 90. Elbow swivel. Wrist swivel. And wrist pivot. She leans forward very slightly, but you can make it look more so by pulling the jacket out a little bit. She doesn't lean back a whole lot because the jacket stops her from going any further. She gets a little side to side swivel. There's a split in the skirt. Allows her to kick forward at a 90, kick back a little. She can kick out to about there with that leg. Conversely, there is no split on this side, so that's about as far as you get. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees come up that far. Ankle goes back, forward, and ankle rocker. As I mentioned, I'm more of a fan of MJ. I'll probably have to find a different body for her because this look doesn't quite look right. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not ideal. And articulation for the head is very much like Gwen because of the hair. She can't really look back at all. And looking forward, she stops there because her hair crashes, and then side to side it gets caught on the jacket. So, I mean, if you want to lift it up and over, you can get it. It's just extra steps, I suppose. Probably go on the shelf somewhere with Peter, I imagine. Probably about it. I don't expect any dynamic poses or anything like that. That would be nice to be able to arch her back a little bit or forward, but it is what it is, I guess. Happy to have it regardless, because I needed an MJ for the shelf. I didn't have one before this. Not the best, action figure, but it's a good, likeness nonetheless. But that's all I got for today. Quick, fast review. Not really a whole lot for me to talk about with this figure. I thank you for stopping by today, and until next time, I'm Salty, signing off.